Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and I am an adult fan of Lego. That is a thing. I'm an AFOL. AFOL. Seriously, look it up. It's a thing. I have the Rogue One Lego sets that I wanted to share with you. Not personally, because they're mine. You can get your own. In fact, we're looking for the latest prices, the lowest prices for Lego sets. That's usually when I choose to get them. If they're not sent to me, some of them were. You might remember the special Rogue One video I did with a few Star Wars content creator friends a few months ago. And with that, I got this upside down set. It's Krennic's Imperial Shuttle, 863 pieces, set number 75156. Now, the only reason I love Lego sets is specifically for the minifigures, or minifigs, as we like calling them. The minifigure I want most in this particular set is an alien known as POW. P-A-O, right there. Can't wait to put this together eventually. I'm saying eventually because I don't really have the space right now to have these sets continued to be present as assembled. Plus, I want to wait until my daughter Jedi is old enough to assemble them with me. This will be one of them, though, if only so that I can play with that minifigure. And, of course, she could play with a minifigure, too, but we're going to have to wait a few years because she's only 2 years old right now. Very much looking forward to Krennic's shuttle. Oh, not just because of POW, but also the Death Trooper minifigures. Right there. Sometimes, if I really want the minifigure but want to keep the set in the box, which some people do, I will go and get the minifigures, knowing that they're authentic, separately. I'll usually do that at events like BrickCon, which I go to every year. I'm going to go ahead and stack them here. Yes, I have way more than one Rogue One Lego set. I almost said run. Almost, but didn't quite go there. One particular vehicle that many have been looking forward to is this one. Continuing with the fine tradition of showcasing these boxes upside down initially, for some reason. Did I mention that this was live for my patrons at chrispirillo.com and geekfamilyfun.com? This is live. This is being shot live. Recorded live. Broadcast live. For everybody, really. This is the Rebel U-Wing Fighter, 659 pieces, set number 75155. See, I'll have to wait a few more years. Remember, Jedi's only 2. Ages 8 to 14. That's just a suggested range, okay? Suggested. Ideal, possibly. But, if you're older than 15, you can still have Lego sets and figures and pieces and bricks and everything. Don't let them tell you otherwise. The figure I want most in this set, take a guess. Take a guess. Bistan. I know nothing about that alien, but he looks cool. Right there. Bistan? Bistan? Bystan? I don't know how to say his name. I don't know if we're going to hear his name spoken in the movie. Haven't seen the movie. Hasn't been released. That happens in another week. So, of course, I'm reveling in the beauty of these boxes in the meanwhile, and the figures that eventually I'll be able to play with. Again, I don't really have the space for a fully assembled U-Wing or Krennic's Imperial Shuttle as of right now. I know. The answer to that problem is building onto our home and have a full-on dedicated space for it. That's probably not going to happen anytime soon. I also learned something that I should have learned years ago. I need to hold on to these boxes even when I do open the sets because the boxes themselves are definitely valuable. And I was silly and got rid of my older set boxes. Oh, what do you know? I picked it up the right way this time. Or this one, at least. The TIE Striker, set number 75154 with 543 pieces. I actually want a few of the minifigures inside, including the Imperial Ground Crew and an Imperial Shore Trooper right there. The TIE Pilot doesn't look like it's unique in terms of its paint application. I have TIE Pilots already, the minifigure TIE Pilots. But you can't have enough Imperial soldiers for army building. The TIE Striker definitely looks iconic. Looks like it's straight out of the family of TIE fighters. Very happy to have this. If I had a choice, I'm not joking. If I had a choice between all, I had to choose between the ones I'm showing you right now, that I would pick probably be this one. Oh, how am I going to do this box? There we go. For some reason, see, I'm trying to stack them up that way. Even though Star Wars is upside down that way, you can see the minifigures still behind me there. And an AT-ACT hanging out over here. Not Lego. Lego, not Lego. By the way, The plural of Lego is Lego. You're talking about pieces or bricks. That's plural. I'm going to go ahead and show you the other sets that were sent to me. One that I'm very happy to have, if only because I've always been a fan of the ATST, the Scout Walker. This one comes with a handful of figures too. Not necessarily, looking forward to them as much because I happen to be a fan of aliens, soldiers with masks, non-human characters, but honestly, I've yet to see a Lego minifigure that I didn't want. I don't mind the stylized versions of humans in Lego minifigure format. Doesn't bother me at all. I think it was the Ultimate, or UCS build of a Scout Walker. That one didn't come with a minifigure, to my recollection. That is still assembled in our front room where I have the Lego Death Star, which I assembled years ago. I don't plan on getting the new Lego Death Star. I mean, I've kind of assembled it. I'm good to go. That took long enough to build, and I found a place for it. That I had to find a place for. But this one was certainly one that I wanted as well. Set number 75153, 449 pieces inside, and 3 minifigures. A nice set, I think. A good starter set if you were looking for a place to begin, if you wanted to begin with assembling Lego Star Wars sets, specifically with sets tied to the Rogue One movie. This one is another one that I'm looking forward to because, take a guess, minifigures, but we have an Imperial Hovertank pilot and 2 Imperial Hovertank pilots, actually. See, there's 2. They're the same. Well, they're not. This one's duplicate. It's its clone. I think I'm a clone now. No, they're not really clones. Not anymore. At least I don't think so. Maybe we'll find out. I have no idea. This is, I can tell you, assuredly, is set number 75152, the Imperial Assault Hovertank, 385 pieces. Another nice starter set, pretty small. It would be a relatively quick build, a large degree of playability, and if you didn't notice, there are also app connectivity options for you. Like, you could use whatever device you have on you at the time. Your pocket computer could be used for even further gameplay. But this is something again where I wish I had enough space. I really do. I've loved Lego ever since I first unboxed a Lego set as a kid, and that video, by the way, is still in my channel. My very first Lego set. The very moment I first saw Lego and had no idea what it was, long ago. That was the same year we got the Atari 2600. If that gives you any idea in terms of date. You should watch that video. It was rather memorable. I'll never forget that Christmas. It was a good Christmas. And this will be a good Christmas, too, of course, with Rogue One. Now, if you also didn't know, Lego has been producing these figures. These are not minifigures, but they're buildable figures, and I've done a couple of them to this point. I've done the Darth Vader, and I've done a Stormtrooper. They are relatively quick to build. The pieces are definitely unique, kind of reminiscent of Bionicle, which I didn't necessarily get into. But I think that, again, take a look at the 2 that I chose. I've got an Imperial Death Trooper and K2SO, because it's a droid, and it's a soldier that's got a mask on. These creatures, characters that don't look human. I'm a fan of that. For some reason. And I like the Buildable Figures series. I don't think I'm going to be getting every single one of them, but I do appreciate the box art on these. Not only from the front, but also on the side. On the side, you can see the 2 there. And then, of course, on the back, you've got some explanations here as to what they can do. They can do things, apart from just standing there looking awesome. But let me go ahead and stack them behind me, just to show you the current range of Lego Rogue One Star Wars sets that I happen to have. I've got my choices, my favorites. I've got, the figures that I want most. I mean, the thing is that we don't always have to agree on what's the best. But I think we can all agree that Lego is awesome. And if we can't agree on that, I have no idea why you care about anything that I do. Because Lego's awesome. And Star Wars is awesome. Lego Star Wars is awesome on top of awesome. So, those are my sets. I would plan on building them in another few years when Jedi's old enough to build them. I will remember to hold on to the boxes. And, of course, if you ever have a Star Wars figure or a Star Wars minifig that you no longer want, or you find one that someone no longer wants, let me know. We adopt Star Wars stuff around here. It's kind of the thing that we do. It's a home for Star Wars stuff, because Star Wars isn't just a movie. It's not just a toy. It's a lifestyle, and that's what I feel in my heart. That's how the Force works. And if you don't believe that, well, I'm going to say this anyway. May the Force be with you.